Good morning. I am Dr. C.K. Nitya, Department of Physics. I am going to take thermal properties and temperature. Temperature and heat. According to kinetic theory, particles are constantly moving and have kinetic energy. The higher the temperature, the faster they move. So the more kinetic energy they contain. Energy will flow from a hotter object to a colder object. A particle in the hotter object will lose kinetic energy, whereas the particle in colder object will gain energy. Energy will continue to flow until both objects reach the same temperature. Objects that the same temperature will have the same average kinetic energy per particle. Temperature and heat. Are the temperature and heat the same? No, because a spoonful of boiling water will have less thermal energy than a beaker of boiling water. Thermal expansion in solids. Liquids expand more when heated than solids. Gases expands more when heated than liquids. This is basics of pressure, volume and temperature. When heated, solids gain thermal energy. The particles start to move about more. Their vibrations take up more space. So there is expansion in all directions. The opposite is true. When the temperature falls, the material will get smaller. Thermal expansion in liquids. As hot water cools, so it contracts. However, as water freezes, it actually expands as ice is formed. This expansion can be enough to split water pipes. In liquid water, the water molecules are close together. In ice water, molecules link up in very open structure, then takes up more space than in liquid. Thermal expansion and gases. If the temperature of a gas is reduced, the particles have less energy and move more slowly. Eventually, at a particular temperature, the particles stop moving completely. This temperature is the lowest possible temperature, and this is known as absolute zero. For example, using the apparatus below, a fixed volume of gas is heated. At each temperature point, pressure is measured on the gauge. As the temperature of the gas increases, the pressure will also increases. Molecules are moving faster, so are hitting the sides of the container with greater force. If the graph is plotted between pressure and temperature, we'll get a straight line. If extended backwards, it cuts the temperature exists at minus 273 degrees Celsius. Examples of thermal expansion. High-speed planes are warmed by air friction and so get longer. Suspension overhead cables are left slack to allow for contraction that could happen on very cold days. Applications of thermal expansion. In thermometer, as the temperature rises, the liquid in the bulb expands and so rise up the narrow tube which is calibrated to fixed points. In bimetallic strips, the bimetallic strips may used in thermostat devices for maintaining a steady temperature, such as in water heater. Thank you.